Lapland, 1944. The war is all but lost, yet its fire still burns this empty, frozen land. Across the bare tundra walks a lone old man, with a horse, a dog, and a pick. He hasn't spoken to anyone in a long time, he just digs. And one day his pick finds what he has been clawing at this earth for, year after year, a vein of pure gold. The old man fills his bags with nuggets, a fortune torn out by his bare hands. He doesn't know yet that someone will come for this gold very soon. And the ones who come have no idea whom they are about to disturb. This man's name is Atami Korpi. To look at him, just a worn-out prospector the war has flung to the end of the earth. Silent, gray, covered in scars, he explains to no one. But those scars have a name, and when strangers' hands reach for his gold, this whole frozen land will learn who the quiet old man with the pick really was. Korpi loads the gold onto his horse and sets out. A long road to the nearest town, where nuggets can be traded for a real life. Behind him, years of solitude in the wilderness. Ahead of him, one road across scorched earth. And somewhere on that road, a retreating column is waiting for him. The Germans are losing the war and pulling out of Finland, leaving nothing but ash behind. Scorched earth tactics. Burn everything, blow up everything, leave nothing alive. At the head of the column, a merciless SS officer used to being feared. Behind him, a tank, trucks, soldiers, and a line of women prisoners. These men have burned dozens of villages and never once met someone who could hit back. And there on the empty road, their paths cross. One old man alone on a horse, and a whole detachment of killers. The soldiers stop him out of sheer boredom, to have some fun. The old man says nothing. He doesn't beg, doesn't explain, doesn't look away. He just wants to pass. But one of the soldiers spots a glint in his bag. Gold. A lot of gold. And greed lights up in the soldier's eyes. Why would an old man have so much? He won't survive this war anyway. They decide to take his bags and finish him right there on the roadside, the way they've done hundreds of times. Routine work. One more corpse on the scorched earth. They're already reaching for his gold. It is the last mistake of their lives, because the man they took for easy prey is no simple prospector. A second later, the first of them dies without understanding what happened. And the officer, watching his men fall, remembers an old name that sends a chill down the spine, even an SS man's. Once, before this wilderness, Korpi had a family, and a war against the Soviets. When the enemy tore away everyone he loved, something in him broke, and something else was born. Alone, he hunted and killed so many soldiers that they stopped counting him as a man. 300, they say. Maybe more. He could not be killed. They blew him up, drowned him, shot him full of holes. And he stood back up and kept coming. The Russians gave him a name. They called him Koshai, the Immortal. And this Immortal, the Germans have just woken up over a few bags of gold. The first soldiers he kills fast and silent, with bare hands and a knife, before they can even raise their weapons. A moment ago, they were laughing at the old man. Now they lie in the mud. Korpi takes back his gold and walks away. He isn't looking for a fight. He just wants what's his. But the officer already understands who he's dealing with. He has seen that face on old wanted posters. He knows if he lets this man go, the story of an entire SS detachment that feared one old man will follow him all the way to Berlin. So he gives the order. Run him down, kill him, get the gold back. The whole detachment against a single old man with a pick. So begins a hunt these soldiers will never forget. The few of them who live to see dawn, they send motorcycles after his trail, a tank, their best marksman. They're certain the old man is alone, unarmed, he has no chance. They still think they're the hunters. The first ambush, Korpi meets on a minefield. The Germans drive him into it, sure that's where he'll stay. But the old man knows more about mines than they do. He turns their own trap into a weapon. Where the soldiers wait for his death, it's they who are blown sky high. The earth swallows the pursuers one after another. They catch him. They hang him from a tree to finish it at last and walk off, satisfied. But the man who can't be killed doesn't die on a rope either. A minute later, he cuts himself down, gets up, dusts himself off, and goes back for his gold. The soldiers returning to check the body find only an empty rope, And for the first time, they're truly afraid. In the German column ride captured Finnish women, they see everything. How one old man tears an entire detachment apart. First disbelief, then hope. When the chance comes, they will not stand with the men who took them. Korpi gains quiet allies, waiting for their moment. And still he comes. They wound him. He binds the wound and keeps going. They knock him down. He gets up. Every time the Germans decide the old man is finally dead, he appears again, closer than before. It's as if death itself refuses to take him until he has finished what he started. Once they drive him into a river, certain the water will do the job. But even here, Korpi survives in ways no ordinary man could. Coldly, terribly, ingeniously, breathing where breathing is impossible. He comes out of the water alive and walks on, as if he never drowned at all. He no longer just escapes them. He takes back what's his, with interest. He seizes their vehicles, their weapons, turns their own force against them. Every dead soldier brings him closer to the bags of gold. The detachment that set out for easy prey is melting away before their eyes. The officer is beside himself with rage. He's used to fear running one way, from him to everyone else. And now it's his own men who are afraid. They whisper that you can't chase the old man, that he can't be killed. The officer burns, shoots, threatens his own, but he can no longer stop what he has woken. Everything converges on the final showdown. The Germans stake everything on the last card they have left. And Korpi walks straight into the fire for his gold and for those who can still be saved. Alone against them all, old, covered in wounds, and still the most dangerous man on that whole battlefield. In the final clash, everything falls apart. Korpi reaches the officer who started this hunt over a few bags of metal. The man who terrorized whole villages finally meets the one who knows no fear at all. And the reckoning catches up with him in full. For the gold, for the prisoners, for the scorched earth. When the smoke clears, only he is left standing. The old man gathers his gold, down to the last nugget, the very one he tore out with his bare hands. He has barely said a word this whole time. He doesn't need to. The land around him has told his story for him, and then Korpi simply walks into a bank, filthy, bloodied, the bags over his shoulder, and pours his gold onto the counter to trade it for the thing this was all about. No one asks a question. No one dares. He takes what's his and walks out, as if nothing had happened. Remember this silent old man the next time you think you've got easy prey in front of you. Because the most dangerous men don't threaten and don't shout. They dig their gold in silence until someone very foolish reaches out for it.